Morning.
Well, that doesn't look good.
So, yesterday was Saturday, and I was at a graduation party for my cousin. And while we were down there, we had about 15 minutes worth of, well, just not good stuff. I'll just call it that. And it was hail. It was very spotty on where the big old chunks were coming down, but at my school, one of the kids that go to school there had a hole in their windshield because of a big old ice chunk went through the windshield. This is the only shed that I know of so far. I mean, last night we came home and we had the spotlight up, and this is the only one that's really got anything that's happened to it, and it's all in the little skylines. So all those little see-through places, or see-through tin, or whatever you want to call it. I call them skylines. They all have holes in them. All got big old chunks of holes in them. Every other shed that we've looked at doesn't look like anything's happened to it. I think this is kind of the farthest west building that we have, and everything else looks fine. So I'm gonna double check though today just to see if it is. Maybe I can get a new roof for my house too. Maybe. I haven't really looked at it too much. I just looked at this shed, but this is the one I knew had damage from yesterday. So, yep. And we're gonna go feed the calves. So, well, we'll start off this morning by getting some bags of feed for the calves. The raccoons got into some of them. I don't want to grab them. All done. So the calves have been worked already, so yeah. They were a feisty group, Dad said. And I was planting while Jared and Dad were working them, but yeah, they're wild things. They don't like humans at all. So we're gonna see if they like this little camera here. I'm gonna set it on the feed bunk and see if you guys can get some cool shots of up close with calves. I'd say you can, but we'll see. Or my calves will absolutely wreck my camera, one or the other. Well, I don't think they really have a care. Look how close they are to that thing. I'll be surprised if I still have it by the end of this feeding. Yeah, the first thing that happened is I teared open the bag, and the first thing that they did, they went down to the 6-foot thing, and I was like, oh no. Oh, they're right above it right now too. Great. I'm gonna grab more bags now. So when I say worked cows, that kind of means for the bull cows, now they have a very nice little band around their balls, so they will not be able to reproduce. So these are beef cows, or beef calves you could say. They will be pretty well full grown by the time they're slaughter weight, but for the girls they just get vaccinated. For the boys they get vaccinated and also get a very nice band that slowly tightens around their balls, which doesn't sound very good. But in most cases, it's either a band around your balls or you get your balls cut in half, which also doesn't sound very good. I think in most cases, either way, that doesn't sound very good. And balls is probably not the best term to be using. I should use more of a better phrase for that. Testes. I don't know. I think that's what my science teacher would say. Testes. That sounds about right. So the other day I had a guy comment saying, how do I know if the cows or the calves get the same amount of feed? In most cases, these calves are about the same size, and these are 2 feed troughs, and I think these feed troughs could feed up to about 70 calves, because in most cases they can all line up on one feed trough. So and there'll still be some left over, as you can see here. So pretty much I just go back and forth whenever I'm feeding to one or the other, and they all line up on one or the other. In some cases they're pretty scared of me, so they'll stand and wait for me to put the feed down, or in some cases they are very tame and like, hey, I'm just gonna get me some food and you're just gonna leave me alone. So all of them can fit on one feed trough, and yeah, so they pretty well can get as much as they want, and they're all pretty much the exact same size, so there's not really that much fighting going on when it comes to feeding them. Well, all done feeding them. Put out 5 bags, as you can see. I just want to let you guys all know that I sell merch, and that over the summer there's going to be a 10% off deal if you use code SUMMER23 whenever you check out. Yep, here's one of the shirts. It says Spreading Politician on it, which in reality we're not spreading politician, we're spreading manure. But it's kind of a little joke we got going on around here. But yeah, tons of shirts up there on that website. Check it out in the link below. And yeah, use SUMMER23 to get 10% off on your order. So we are officially done planting beans and corn. The question is if everything's going to come up. We did have a little bit of damage from that hail that came in. It didn't really affect our corns and our beans that had popped out of the ground, but most of our stuff is still sitting in the ground when it comes to beans, at least. Most of our corn's up, but there's a lot of questionable stuff. There's chances of rain about every day this week, just not that much rain, and that's what we need. We need some gentle rain, not hail, but still questionable if it's going to come up. I'd say we're probably going to have some replanting to do, but I'm hoping most of it comes up. But yeah, my brother just sent me a little video clip, and I think I should be able to put this in this video. I hope I do. I hope I remember about it. But yeah, it should be right after this video clip.
Alright guys, we're officially at 100 hours on our John Deere lawnmower. Look at this thing. It's a beauty. It's a beast. And so yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Now that video clip is pretty bad quality and he's not holding it right, but he recorded it with his kind of crappy Walmart phone he's got, and he sent it to me through Messenger, so yeah, not the greatest quality, but that's because it went through messages. But yeah, this summer I plan on giving him a phone, maybe an iPhone 7, just for him to run around, and if he's wanting to record something, he can. But yeah, he's really excited about his mower passing 100 hours on it. But right now I'm going to run over to Grandma's. I'm going to do some handyman work at her house, because she's got a little seal on the bottom of her deck door that is going bad, and she's got the replacement. I just need to bring a drill over there and screw it on there. So that's why I'm grabbing the Honda. I'm gonna run over there. And then probably gonna weed eat at our house too. Aiden's over there mowing at the moment, so that's why he just recorded that clip before he went over there. So, yep. Master at work. I had to go find some weed eating twine. I also need to take the skid steer here and smooth out this water line. That's a water line to the new shed, so yeah. I need to smooth that out. And there's also the electrical line right there to the new shed. And we're finally going to get that concrete pad. So, in that first planting video I had, these are the beans I planted. They have came up, which is great. Only planted this field, which is about 150 acres. And we hopped across here about 3 days later and planted that, which they are coming up. As beautiful as these are. They're not as big as these guys are yet, but this is kind of a compacted area, so they're a little thin, but actually good enough that out the ground I have to come in here and replant. But yeah, they're beautiful. They came up against all odds. They were planted just as early as our corn was, almost just a day behind our corn, and they're looking good. We got some stuff by our house, which was planted about a week after this, and it's struggling to get out of the ground because the ground's hard, and I'm hoping for a rain so we can get those guys out and get every other bean a nice little head start. They just took out our rain chances for this week, pretty much, besides today and tomorrow, and then they threw little tiny chances in the middle of the week, so not very big chances of rain this week, which is not good because of all the crops we got on the ground. But yeah, they're just little guys, aren't they? They're not very big, but they're mighty. I'm pretty impressed with how they came out. But yeah, really disappointing that we should have thrown some more on the ground. But we were actually worried about these about a week ago, so now it's really windy. But yeah, we were worried about these about a week ago, but they've all came up and they're looking good, so that's the way I hope everything else goes. So, spraying around Great Grandma's house, which soon will be starting to get repairs so that I can move in whenever I get out of college. But I smoothed that out, so Aiden should be able to mow over that now. But yeah, I spray around it just because I don't really care at this point what it looks like, but in the future I will. But for now, this is a heck of a lot faster than weed eating around it, and it'll be a solid 3 or 4 years before I'll even move in, so I don't really care at the moment. Not any fancy landscaping around it either, so yep. I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just going to keep spraying, and then after that I'm going to go home and help my dad. They're getting new flooring in the basement, so that flooring will probably be moved over to this house because I said I wanted it, so yeah. So I'm gonna probably be putting it in this house before too long, but we gotta remove it from their house first, so yeah. They're just getting new flooring in the basement because they've already replaced the flooring upstairs. So yep. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we get rain. If we don't get rain, we're probably gonna have to replant a lot of beans and maybe some corn. So a lot of fun. Just depends on what happens. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you're new around here, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.